State New Zealand Swim Awards, which have become something of a tradition really now, haven't they, following the Open Championships. And I think this year's championships doubled as trials for the Commonwealth Games and other international events, of course. And they produced some stunning performances over the 4 days. I'm sure that you were either there or you would have watched the live coverage, so you're aware of how good our swimmers performed over the 4 days. And I think just to warm you up and to make our swimmers feel at home, let's acknowledge with acclamation the performances of our swimmers over the last 4 days.
Tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou. Te kaunga o te Aotearoa. Tēnā koutou katoa. Nā mihi mahana ki a koutou katoa. E hiu hiu mai nei. Welcome, welcome. Swimming New Zealand welcomes you all. Warm greetings to all of you gathered here. Distinguished guests, Swimming New Zealand Life members, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 5th Annual State Insurance Swimming New Zealand Awards. Tonight is a night of celebration of the achievements of our swimmers during 2013, and there were many. Numerous highlights in both the pool and at open water events. We will hear about many of those as the awards are presented during the evening. Tonight is also a night of recognition. Without the selfless contributions of many coaches, technical officials, volunteers, club and regional officials and parents, competitive swimming just wouldn't happen. We have a chance tonight to recognise their contributions. In addition, the awards will recognise success in the swim and survive arena, with awards for the best state Kiwi swim, safe school and quality swim club. New Zealand Master Swimming and our para-swimming friends join us tonight, so we can honestly say that this evening represents swimming in New Zealand as a whole. I'd like to thank our principal sponsor, State Insurance, for their support of this awards dinner and for their wider contribution to the whole of our sport. State has decided to change its sponsorship priorities from the 1st of July, and while it's sad our close working relationship with them will come to an end, the Board of Swimming New Zealand has much appreciated the support State has given the sport and our Learn to Swim activities over a number of years. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank all the other organisations which provide support to Swimming New Zealand. Among these are, of course, High Performance Sport New Zealand, Bluebridge, the Cook Strait Ferry, Mayfair Pools, the Lion Foundation, the Southern Trust, the Perry Foundation, the Approachable Lawyers and Teamline. So a very big thanks must go to all of those who have worked as hard to make tonight a success. The New Zealand Swimming Trust's table auction for the event not only stimulated interest and towards the end some furious bidding, it also raised funds for a very worthwhile cause, supporting developing New Zealand swimmers achieve their full potential. I must also recognise 3 individuals. Firstly, Mark O'Connor, who is leaving Swimming New Zealand. Mark was the acting chief executive, if you'll recall, from 2012 through until the beginning of 2013. And he provided the sport with a great deal of service, not only during that time, but before. He's leaving from Swimming New Zealand as a result of the shift north and the reorganisation of the organisation. Second person I want to recognise is Mark Bone, who over many years has provided commentary, and in this year provided commentary on the Sky TV channel. And those of you who have seen that broadcast will know what a great job he did as the comments person. And the third person is our MC tonight, John Macbeth. John has a fantastic knowledge of swimming. He provided fantastic commentaries on Sky TV, and his open enthusiasm and support for swimming has been appreciated over very many years. Thank you for coming this evening, and thank you for making this evening what I'm sure will be a success. Enjoy yourself, e noho rā.
State's been involved since 2010, and while it's our last year, we've just been really excited and pleased to be involved with such a successful organisation, and really look forward to watching over the coming years them go from strength to strength. Also really want to congratulate all the finalists that are up tonight. I know the hard work that they've put in to get to these levels, so how could you not be proud of what's been achieved? Not just from the top athletes, but even the Learn to Swim, and the fact that reached 200,000 people this year. It's just a massive achievement.
Kiwis just love the water. We're surrounded by it and love having fun in, on and around it. That's why State proudly sponsors swimming and water events in our communities. State, with you in the water.
The judges found a lot of these categories extremely difficult, and that was due to the talent, particularly the young talent that's around in New Zealand at the moment. Some of the achievements, it was difficult to differentiate between normally three finalists, so it has been a tough job. The judging panel faced with this was Bruce Cottrell, Mark Saunders and Don Stanley, and as you'll hear, this was a pleasantly tough task.
Swimming's making enormous progress in New Zealand. Numbers are up, performances are up, and some new names coming onto the results board, which shows that we're progressing, we're moving forward. 2013 was a fantastic year. We're sitting here 2 or 3 months away from the Commonwealth Games. We've all got high aspirations for that, and I think 2014 through to 2016 should be a pretty special period. Special thanks to Mark Saunders and Don Stanley, who both put in an enormous amount of effort at this time of the year when the awards are put together. There's always difficult decisions. This year, like last year actually, the emerging swimmer was difficult, and that's a good sign because we're getting stronger as a swimming nation, and that's all good for the future.
Our first presenter is David Jack, the Deputy Chair of the New Zealand Swimming Trust. He's going to deliver the first award of the evening, the New Zealand Swimming Trust Emerging Swim of the Year, and that is one of the 5 key categories. So please welcome David Jack. New Zealand Swimming Trust Emerging Swimmer of the Year. This is awarded to a swimmer aged under 19 during the qualifying period who has excelled in the water. And the finalists are Emma Robinson, Bobby Gishard, Bradley Ashby, and Gabrielle Famusili.
And there are 2 winners, Emma Robinson and Gabrielle Famusili. The New Zealand Swimming Trust is committed to support future champions. Having 2 winners could be a bit of a hospital pass, but with the assistance from the table auction tonight, we're pleased to be able to provide scholarship cheques of $3,000 to both the winners.
Great.
Wow, I don't really know what to say. I want to say thank you to everyone who's ever supported me in everything. Thanks to my family, my coach who's done so much for me, who's somewhere just there.
Thanks so much to my awesome coach, Josh Monroe. He's definitely helped me a lot so far in my journey in swimming. Thanks so much to my amazing, loving, caring family. And I just want to say thanks for everyone who helped put tonight together. It's an awesome event for everyone to come to, and everyone looks amazing. Thanks.
Brilliant, brilliant. The Director of High Performance Swimming New Zealand is now a true blue Kiwi. He's starting to sound like one, and eventually that will happen. I'd like Luis Villanueva to come forward, please, to present the next award. Performance Swimming Club of the Year. This is awarded to the club with most points at the New Zealand age group New Zealand Open and New Zealand Short Course Championships. The winning club also receives the Duncan Lang Trophy.
The winner is North Shore Swimming Club.
North Shore Swimming Club.
I'd like to thank Swimming New Zealand, and I would like to congratulate all the swimmers on their performances, particularly everybody who made the team to the Commonwealth Games. And I wish all the best of luck to all the age groupers in 2 weeks' time, because there's a lot more trials to come, and that adds a lot to the national age group champs. You know that I really like this award, do you? And because it really shows the team effort which goes in there. And I would like to acknowledge all our coaches, everyone who works at the North Shore Swimming Club. That's an awesome team to work with. They're all positive, they're all looking forward, and we really have one thing in mind: to contribute as much as we can to the swimming in New Zealand, really. I would also like to acknowledge our principal sponsor, Golden Homes. They have been with us now for 2 years and support the coach education program, the coach support program, which is so important. We would never win anything like this if we wouldn't support the coaches and develop new coaches to help our swimmers along the way. They have now come up with a new trick. There's a new initiative which will be announced very soon, but I can tell you something about it. They're introducing 6 scholarships which are performance-based for our swimmers to be able to survive in the sport, which is so important at a certain age, as you know. And I would like to thank Golden Homes that they've done that they have a vision and they have faith to stick it out with the swimming, because it's a great sport. Have a very nice evening, everybody. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Trustee of New Zealand Swimming Trust, Alison Fitch, to present the next award. The New Zealand Swimming Trust Community Swimming Club of the Year. This is awarded to a Swimming New Zealand affiliated swimming club that has had a significant positive impact on everybody involved, as well as its local community. And the finalists are St Peter's Swimming Academy, Swim Rotorua, and Okato Swimming Club.
And the winner of the New Zealand Swimming Trust Community Swimming Club of the Year is an awesomely small swimming club in the Taranaki, Okato Swimming Club.
My name's Fiona Lacey, and I am the coach in Okato Swimming Club. Okato is situated 27 kilometres south of New Plymouth on the coast. 8 years ago, we only had 50 swimmers in our club, so a plan was put into place to educate and encourage the children of our community in the water safety and the sport of swimming. In a rural community with a population of only 600, Okato Swimming Club has a huge impact in our community. In 2013, we had over 130 swimmers and 30 adult volunteers, and we had to increase our club night times by an hour to accommodate the extra swimmers. We have competitive swimmers that are swimming at national level, and once they've achieved this, we do encourage them to join the Aqua Blades New Plymouth to further their swimming careers. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Swimming New Zealand, and especially Cecily Elliott, our Taranaki rep, for all her hard work and guidance in helping our club and educating our Learn to Swim instructors and our coaches. We are extremely lucky to have her on board. Thank you also to our small Okato Swimming Club committee for all their hard work, dedication and countless voluntary hours that we all put into our club. And finally to Julie Nielsen, my partner in crime. Without Julie's dedication and hours that she puts into our club, we wouldn't have the club that we have today. This is a great reward. Thank you.
Congratulations, Okato, and well said, Fiona. Julie, congratulations. That's a mighty effort, and I can sense there's a fair bit of support over there, and it's only upwards even from now. So congratulations. Thank you very much to Alison Fitch for presenting that award. We move on now to the next category, and it's another one of those from which the big winner, the Swimmer of the Year, will be appointed or chosen. And to present this is a FINA Technical Swimming Committee member, Leslie Huckins. National Swimmer of the Year. This is awarded to a swimmer who has excelled in long and or short course competitions in New Zealand. And the finalists are Lauren Boyle and Matthew Stanley.
And the winner is Lauren Boyle.
Thank you. It's really exciting to receive this award twice in a row. It's a real honour. I'm really happy with how last year went. It was an amazing year for me. But I think it's also appropriate that I acknowledge the other successes of swimmers in New Zealand. We had 3 other swimmers in the top 8 at the World Champs, and I think that's a pretty great achievement for New Zealand with only 4.5 million people. So, yeah, good job. That was Glenn, Gareth and Cara, so yeah, amazing job there. Also, we had some wildly successful para swimmers and junior swimmers, so I think we're all really proud of you, and hopefully we can continue this success.
Well done. Thank you, Leslie, and congratulations, Lauren Boyle, the National Swimmer of the Year. Next up, a delight to welcome to the stage to present the 5th award tonight. It's Joan Matson. Joan. Bill Matson, Technical Official of the Year. This is awarded for outstanding contribution by a technical official. And the finalists are Greg Forsyth, Leslie Huckins, and Paul Matson.
Good evening, everyone, and what a wonderful evening it is. I'm very proud to be here tonight to announce the Bill Matson Technical Official of the Year, and the winner is Leslie Huckins.
Oh,
Tonight I'm going to say a very big thank you to all the officials who worked very hard this week. Dealing with those television train tracks on the far side took quite a bit of coordinating. I congratulate my fellow finalists, Greg, who does an outstanding job in Wellington with officials, and Paul, who is tremendous with open water. Thank you, Paul, and is now coming along very nicely in the pool area. And apart from that, I just thank all the swimmers for a great meet. Thank you.
Next up, we have volunteers, and well, we know how much a sport like swimming depends on volunteers. Without them, and some of them are parents who've brought youngsters into the sport and have driven them to swimming, and then the kids leave and go and get married and have kids, and still the parents are there as volunteers because they get ingrained in the sport and are so valuable. So it's only right that we have a Volunteer of the Year. And to announce this, please welcome Denise Simpson from Teamline. Volunteer of the Year. Awarded to a volunteer who has displayed outstanding commitment and dedication to swimming. And the finalists are Mark Burge and Greg Forsyth.
I'm pleased to announce the Volunteer of the Year is Mark Burge.
Fellow members of swimming and distinguished guests, Congratulations to all our swimmers, fantastic job. Very proud of our Wellington swimmers. Gary, well done. It's great to see so many of our swimmers in the team, and we wish you all the best. From an administration point of view, this would be a highlight for me. It's, I guess, the equivalent of making the Commonwealth Games team. And I also feel a little bit like a schoolboy this evening because I brought my parents with me. So I'd like to thank them for coming down from Whangarei to share this occasion with me. I feel humble and honoured really to accept this award on behalf of all volunteers really. Humble because when I look around this room there are so many of you who around the pools and in our committee rooms and boardrooms that do so much for our sport. And in comparison to some of the longest standing members here, like our President John Mace and Don Stanley, who I see over there, I'm still very green behind the ears. So this was a surprise to me. This award, rather than being anything that I've done on my own, it's been very much a team effort. And in that regard, I'd like to acknowledge Greg, who does a fantastic job in Wellington and is on the Wellington board, and the Wellington team, so thank you. And if I could have a cheeky finish, would that be all right? I've always wondered what it would feel like to say, good evening, New York, and thank you to the Academy. But I think, in hindsight, this feels a hell of a lot better, so thank you.
Congratulations, Mark, the Volunteer of the Year, and thank you to Denise Simpson from Team Line for being able to read that large print so clearly. Thank you. As Lauren Boyle mentioned in her acceptance speech, we've had a great year, 12 months for open water swimmers. A lot of our open water swimmers have performed exceptionally well. And it's right now that we have our Open Water Swimmer of the Year award, and to announce that, John West, the FENA Technical Committee member, is going to come forward and make the announcement, the Open Water Swimmer of the Year. Open Water Swimmer of the Year. The Annette Kellerman Trophy and the Open Water Swimmer of the Year award is presented to the swimmer who has excelled in open water events.
It gives me great pleasure to announce that the Open Water Swimmer of the Year for 2014 is Cara Baker.
Okay, I'm really honoured to have this award. I think 4 years in a row now for getting this award is pretty special. This year is also, oh, I don't want to cry, my last year. I want to thank the swimmers I have met. They're amazing. I want to thank the coaches I've also been with. I also want to thank the officials. I caught up with a few yesterday and that was really special. I also want to thank Janice Cottrell. He's been amazing in my life, and oh, far out. Yeah, he's been pretty special, and even when I didn't believe in myself, he believed in me, so I think that's really special. And a coach to believe in his swimmers all the time, no matter what, how bad they are going or anything. So, and I wish all the swimmers the best at Commonwealth Games and also for the Olympics in the future. I really look forward to seeing you guys smash it up against the Aussies, of course, and for the future years. So I've been really honoured to be part of Swimming New Zealand and part of swimmers' lives, because it's been a long journey. So thank you.
Thank you, John. And I think Cara was just, I mean, the reason she was a bit wee was that she's seen how good she'd look with the blue paint on her face, and she's going to miss out on doing that this year. Well done, Cara. Great career. Thank you very much. Brilliant. We move to the Swim Safe School of the Year, and to present that, the General Manager of State Insurance, Roger Wallace, is here. Thank you, Roger. State Kiwi Swim Safe School of the Year. This award goes to a school in the state Kiwi Swim Safe program that has demonstrated exceptional commitment to the program and to the development of a water-safe culture. And the finalists are Fraser Crescent School, Upper Hutt, Makara Model School, Karori, Wellington, and St Patrick's School, Inglewood.
And the winner is Makara Model School.
Oh wow, this is hard to believe. My school is a very small school in Wellington. We're a rural school, and it's just so fantastic to be recognised in this way. Firstly, I'd like to thank State for supporting the Swim Safe program, which is so beneficial to so many children. Thanks, State, that's fantastic. To Sarah, our Swim Safe advisor, so much to thank you for. Your encouragement, your positive attitude, and your collegial approach. Thank you so much. And last but not least, a big thank you to the school community and the children who embrace and see the value of what we do. Thank you.
That's very good. Congratulations, Makara Model School in Karori in Wellington, and nice recognition. Thank you very much. And also, of course, to our General Manager of State Insurance, Roger Wallace, for presenting that. And now, of course, because of State's involvement, and as you know, coming to an end, sadly, for all of us, Roger might like to say a few more words. Thank you, Roger.
Thanks for that, John. So well done to Makara Model School, and congratulations to all the winners here tonight so far. I'd just like to take a quick moment to say a few words on behalf of all the team at State Insurance. We've been very proud to be part of the swimming community over the last 4 years, and it's an honour to be here tonight and celebrate the successes of all the outstanding swimmers here. I'd also like to present a small gift to Christian and the team at Swimming New Zealand, and I'd like to ask Christian to come up, and Sean from the state team as well. We've had a strong and positive partnership over the past few years, and while we're embarking on a new direction with our sponsorships, we've been very humbled to be part of the organisation and team and see it grow from strength to the size it is today. I'd like to thank Swimming New Zealand and give them a little gift on our behalf. For those of those who can't see what this is, it's actually a timeline of Kura the Kiwi, who was designed and brought to life in the state team in conjunction with Swimming New Zealand. It was developed, like I say, in the state team, and it's been a fantastic program and helped children, and we've had over 200,000 participants over the last few years while we've been involved. So thank you, Christian, and State wishes you and Swimming New Zealand all the very best for the future. Great.
Thank you very much, Roger, and the representatives of State who are here tonight, and also, of course, for their involvement throughout the championships over the last 4 days, presenting medals and being on hand and being obvious with their association with New Zealand Swimming. So thank you very much for that. We'd like to acknowledge some other sponsors, State being the overall sponsor of this great event, but the beer that you enjoyed is being supported by or sponsored by Moa. Spelled it's a difficult one to spell, M-O-A, Moa. And the wine has been sponsored by Selenia Estate. So thank you very much to those two companies. We're going to recognise current international representatives with a certificate now, and John Mace, the President of Swimming New Zealand, is going to come forward, please, and present the certificates to some young swimmers who represented for the first time New Zealand last year, and that was at the World Championships in Barcelona. Number 235, Sean Burnett. Number 236, Nathan Capp. 237, Mitchell Donaldson. Number 238, Samantha Lee. Number 239, Emma Robinson. And number 240, Philip Ryan. So these numbers 235 through to 240 have joined An extraordinary list. It seems like a lot, doesn't it? 240, but remember this is over more than 100 years, so it's an elite group who have represented New Zealand at Olympic Games or World Championships, and these 6 tonight represented New Zealand in Barcelona at the World Championships last year. Another round of applause please for numbers 235 to 240. So I'd like John to please stay here for another honour to bestow on a swimmer who really made a difference in swimming in New Zealand. We've actually heard from her tonight. She's been a member of the Aqua Blacks. She is now retiring, and Swimming New Zealand want to honour her and recognise her contribution. That, of course, is Cara Baker.
Cara, as you've already told us, after last year's World Championships in Barcelona, you decided to announce your retirement from swimming. Now, we noticed before what that decision meant to you. Do you want to change your mind? You twice represented New Zealand very proudly in the open water swimming in Shanghai in 2011. And again in Barcelona in 2013. And you finished your career with an impressive 6th place in the 5K race in Barcelona. Now, I haven't been around world swimming for a little while. It used to be a very genteel sport in open water swimming. But the stories that I'm hearing, it's no longer a genteel sport, although the gentleman here from FINA, I understand, is trying to sort out some of these rough tactics. If that was the reason that you retired, I'll have a chat with him and see what we can really do about sorting it out for the next race. We'd like you to receive a small token with our appreciation. You said that you were proud to represent New Zealand. We were proud to have you.
Thank you, that was lovely. Yeah, honestly, he's pretty much said it all. I've had an amazing career, and yeah, there's some swimmers out there have made my life. Lauren, you've made my life pretty special. There's also some swimmers when I was young, and I think all of us are pretty much retired now from my age group. So it's kind of nice to see that we've all had that memory together and gone through our age group together. And to the people that are here tonight, thank you for supporting us swimmers. You know, without you guys supporting us and giving us that funding that we really need, and being there for us at our times that we're not so quite at our best. And so I want you guys to support the swimmers for the future. I mean, I'm becoming a secondary school teacher, majoring in my maths and chemistry. So I want everyone to support the kids for tomorrow, for the future, for generations to come, because I certainly am trying to make sure that kids have the best future for the rest of their lives. So, yeah.
Sometimes we wonder how much a sport means to a person, and we're seeing it there through Cara, and we do congratulate you on your decision, Cara. We know how much of an effort that was, and we look forward to you having a great future with your career, your next career. So well done, and thank you. One outstanding sports person who's here tonight and is not normally at a swimming event, but we know her so well, International Olympic Committee member, 3 times an Olympic Games medalist, scoring a gold, a silver and a bronze in successive Olympic Games, 5 times an Olympic Game representative in board sailing, one of our truly great New Zealand representatives. I'd like to ask Barbara Kendall from the IOC to join me for a special presentation. Barbara.
It's fantastic to be here tonight, and I have a very, very
special job on behalf of the International Olympic Committee. So the 2012 World Short Course Championship proved hugely successful in New Zealand, and we all love what Lauren Boyle did, claimed 2 medals, including gold in the 800 metre freestyle. At the same time, Matthew Stanley finished 4th in the 400 metre freestyle. The third place swimmer committed a doping offence, hate those dopers, and after an appeal, the Court of Arbitration in Sport has withheld the decision and recently officially awarded the bronze medal to Matthew Stanley.
Wow. This is really, truly incredible. There was a time maybe a few months back when I didn't think I was ever going to get this medal. So, you know, it's really special to finally have my, you know, all the hard work I put in before the meet acknowledged. Farah, I don't really know what to say for this because, you know, it was so long ago. It was way back in 2012, and so much has happened since then. You know, my career's really developed, and I'm just really excited for the future. But to have this acknowledged in this way is extremely special for me, and thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Barbara. Bringer of great news and that bronze medal to this event tonight. So we go back on to our awards now. And we're looking now at the Quality Swim School of the Year. And this award will be presented by the CEO of Swimming New Zealand, Christian Renford. Quality Swim School of the Year. Awarded to a swim school that has embraced the Swimming New Zealand Learn to Swim qualification pathway and is making a positive contribution to its local community. And the finalists are Christchurch City Council Swim Smart Swim Safe, Northern Arena, and Easy Swim Swim School.
As the father of 2 budding 8-year-old swimmers, I'm very pleased to announce that the winner is Christchurch City Council Swim Smart Swim Safe.
It's a real honour to be here tonight and to represent the Christchurch City Council. My name's Angela Pryor. I look after the swim education team. We've had a pretty rough last 3 years. Lost a number of our aquatic facilities, not only QE2, the major facility in the South Island, but also Centennial Pool and a number of school pools. And it's had major impact on our Learn to Swim program. We've worked really, really hard to kind of maintain our standards. We had to change how we program our schools, and what we've done is kind of prioritise our water space, and managed in 2013 we actually had 95% of the same capacity as we did pre-earthquake, which is something we're really, really proud of. We have over 5,300 kids through our swim school every week. In addition to that, we also have 65 schools come through, which is more than 30% more than we did pre-earthquake. So it's been a massive achievement for us, and this award really shows the effort we've put in. We couldn't have done this without Swimming New Zealand and their ongoing support. I'd like to take this opportunity to really thank Tracy Hickman and Chris Morgan. Without their ongoing support, I wouldn't be standing here today. They've supported us not only kind of in our programming, training our staff, but in our lesson plans as well. So thank you so much. This really means a lot. I'm going to stop talking now. I've got about 70 staff eagerly waiting for me to Facebook them and tell them that we've won this award. So thank you very much, and congratulations to all the other winners tonight. Thank you.
awards do mean a lot. Thank you, Angela, and congratulations to Christchurch City Council Swim Smart, Swim Safe, presented there by Christian Renford. Thank you. We were watching the TV at the pool. We know how much the para swimmers and what a big role they play in our national championships, and of course they have gone from strength to strength in their international results over the years. So it's only fitting that we have the CEO of Paralympics New Zealand, Fiona Allen, here to announce the next award. Swimmer of the Year with a Disability. Awarded to a swimmer with a disability who has excelled at national and/or international events. And the finalists are Mary Fisher, Jessie Reynolds, and Nikita Howarth.
I'd like to acknowledge and thank Swimming New Zealand for including the para swimmer in the national event and also these awards here tonight. It gives me great pleasure to announce an inspirational New Zealand swimmer. The winner is Mary Fisher.
Thank you everyone so much. This night is, a lot of people have put a lot of effort into it, and it's really cool to see all the swimmers and officials and volunteers acknowledged from previous years, decades, and also for everyone's last year's achievements, and also looking towards this year and all the cool teams that have been just announced or about to be announced. I'd really like to congratulate all the finalists, especially Nikita and Jessie. You're awesome, you're great to go away with and to race against, and it's awesome to see where you've come from and where you're going. I'd also like to congratulate Sophie, who's not here tonight, but has been a good inspiration to me, and it's awesome to have that kind of core team and to see some new para swimmers coming onto the scene. My parents are also here, and I want to say a big thank you for being my main supporters ever since I first started as a primary school kid and decided to pursue a bit of more water-based activities, and how that's led on to me being able to go away with international teams and things. And also thank you to Swimming New Zealand and Paralympics New Zealand and High Performance Sport New Zealand. Too many acronyms to say them all properly, but I've had a great year, and thank you to everyone who's supported me through the ups and downs, all the Wellington crew, and also when I've been up to Auckland training a bit. Thank you very much for having me. Hope you all enjoy your night, and looking forward to Com Games and all the other teams that will be going away. So good luck and train hard.
Congratulations, Mary Fisher, the Swimmer of the Year with Disability. Now, you would have seen some great relay swims over the last couple of days of the championships, and of course the championships ended with that spectacular 4x100 free effort by the four women who qualified for the Commonwealth Games. It was absolutely fantastic. Our next award is a Relay Team of the Year, and Ron Clark, board member Oceania Swimming Association and board member of Aquatics New Zealand, is going to come forward and announce this award. Relay Team of the Year. This is awarded to the team that has achieved the best result, at least a semi-finalist, at a pinnacle event.
And the winner is the men's 4x100 metres medley relay team of Gareth Keane, Glenn Sniders, Sean Burnett and Matthew Stanley.
Wow.
Just want to thank Swim New Zealand and everybody here. I know if Gareth was here, he'd like to say thank you as well. All about Gareth. He's taking a little break, so hopefully he'll be back and we can get a medley relay team back together.
I'd just like to say a huge thanks to the team. You know, we came together quite late for this relay, and we put a lot of work into it, you know, in the later stages, over in Worlds and over in Europe. And, you know, I think a huge thanks to the other guys. Glenn and Gareth did amazing. They were leading out the relay, and then Sean had a great swim as well. And I think in a few years' time we can really advance this relay to being where it was in 2008, which was 5th in the world. So yeah, thanks a lot to the guys.
Congratulations, team. That was Gareth Keane, who was, has retired or taken time out, as was mentioned. Matthew Stanley, Sean Burnett and Glenn Snyders. Now would like Brent Leighton to come back, please, because he's going to present another very important award at these 2014 Championship Awards. It's the International Long Course Swimmer of the Year. Brent. International Long Course Swimmer of the Year. Awarded for the best individual long course performance by a New Zealander.
I'm very pleased to announce that the winner of the International Long Course Swimmer of the Year award is Lauren Boyle.
Thanks everyone. I think sometimes it's easy to take for granted the support we get from Swimming New Zealand. I know I take it for granted sometimes, so I really want to take this chance to thank Swimming New Zealand. The build-up we had to the World Champs this year was different than any other year, and I think it made a pretty big difference to everyone on the team. We had a long campaign away in Europe, and I think Luis did an awesome job of organising it. Also, a really big thanks to High Performance Sport New Zealand. I think on behalf of all the athletes, we're really grateful to get the expertise you provide us with. So thanks for including us. Yeah, we're really grateful.
A chap I've worked with quite a lot over the years, and first really met properly in Atlanta in 1996 when he was a coach with the New Zealand swim team at the Olympic Games, now a director of Swimtastic, and also a very good commentator, I must say, particularly poolside over the last few years, and now as an ace and analyst of the commentaries, the swimming at the National Championships for Sky TV. Please welcome Mark Bone, who's going to announce the next award. Swimming New Zealand Club Coach of the Year. Awarded for outstanding contribution by a club coach, taking into account swimming performances, services to the club and community. And the finalists are Igor Polyansky, Clive Wheeler, and Ken Nixon.
Oh, it's interesting, John. I feel quite naked standing up here after these lights. I mean, the last 4 days, you've actually dressed me. You've put makeup on me every single night.
Should have done it again tonight.
He's got that quick wit, hasn't he? Anyway, the winner of the Club Coach of the Year, and it gives me great pleasure to congratulate Clive Wheeler.
Can't see you out there, that's something. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I feel very privileged to get this award. The category itself actually is, it's what it is what I believe in. And I think that when you go into a community, as in a small club like I do, we got 5,000 people living in our town in Stratford. You have to work in the community itself to promote the swimming. You also promote your club, and you obviously promote your pool. And that's always been something that I've always believed in and tried to achieve. It's been a great trip. I've been doing it for 43 years. And, you know, I've met some fabulous people, and especially my coaches that I've known over the years, going back to Duncan, who was one of my mentors, and I think it's a friendship that you get that you can really get in any other sport. One of the things I've always believed in is that if you're going to coach, put yourself out there. Get involved, and get involved with the swimmers. One of the things you do when you're going around, you get to meet champions, and you get to follow their pathway. And I remember many, many years ago, and I will be careful here, when Trevor Nichols came to me in Wellington one day, and he had this little wee girl with him, and with his mother, and he introduced me to her, and he said, "I've got a champion here. You'll see it happen one day, Clive." And it was Cara Baker. And, you know, it's great to be able to follow those pathways. I thank you again for this award, and thanks from New Zealand.
Congratulations, Clive, and thank you very much, Mark Bone, for presenting the Club Coach of the Year. And we move to another coaching award now. It's the New Zealand High Performance Coach of the Year, and to present this, Don Stanley, a Swimming New Zealand Life member. Don.
Swimming New Zealand High Performance Coach of the Year. This is awarded to the coach who has made the most significant contribution to the high performance program.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you'll all be aware, of course, that my claim to fame is that I'm Matthew Stanley's grandfather. But my job here not is to talk about him, but to announce the winner being David Lyles.
I really wasn't expecting to get the award. I haven't even been here a year, never mind getting Coach of the Year. And I think I know why I got the performances from last year's World Championships, but to be honest, when I arrived here in May of 2013, the swimmers had been through a really tough time, as I'm sure we're all aware. Most of the hard work and the good coaching had already been done. And I'm sure there are coaches in this room and coaches no longer in New Zealand who probably deserve this award more than I do for last year's performances. This is a new era for Swimming New Zealand, and I've been incredibly welcomed and supported by everybody I've met as I've been around the country, from the coaches on the poolside last week to the swimmers in Auckland when I arrived, who were very open and have been very patient with me as I start my new life. I'm no stranger to moving countries. It's nothing to do with Interpol or the Communist Party. I just fancied a change. I've got to thank my wife, Jenny, for telling me to take this job, because I was a little bit unsure where to jump after I moved from Shanghai. And I'm very, very glad to be in New Zealand, and I hope with my young family, my new house almost complete and ready to move in, that I'll be here a very long time. And I'm really looking forward to working not only with the swimmers that we have in Auckland now, but also the swimmers that are just moved earlier this year and that will move in the future, because I think the strength in depth of a country is very, very important. And all the coaches that I've met from the clubs around New Zealand in the past 6 to 8 months, there's a real good feeling. There's a very, very strong national pride in what they do. And I think that over the next few years, we're going to see a real surge forward. I'd also like to thank Gary Herring. I know Gary's sat somewhere around here, but I really can't see anybody. There he is. Gary's a real famous figure in New Zealand and known around the world for his exploits as a swimmer and a coach. And the first time we ever met was in London at the 2012 Olympics. I was working for the Chinese national team, so I stood out like a sore thumb. And Gary, I think, was feeling a bit lonely one particular day, and he sidled over to me, and he made some crack about Chinese swimmers all looking the same. And I took a little bit of an offence at first. I thought, who's this brash guy from, I never met this guy before, who is he? but he's been a really good friend since I moved over to New Zealand. He really looked after me, and he's educated me in many, many things to do with swimming and other areas of life that we shan't go into in public. But as a newcomer, for someone that doesn't know who's who on the pool side or where the clubs are on the map or even which island they're from, Gary's been a real big help. So thanks to Gary. Thank you, everybody that honoured me with this award, and I hope you all have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, David. And we haven't really welcomed you if you weren't here when we had our awards dinner last year, but we're certainly impressed with what you've done, and congratulations on that award. And we won't take the comments, Gary, any further, Gary, so that's really good. You've looked after them well. At the event on last night, the Commonwealth Games team was announced, and that was fantastic to have it live on TV at the end of the championships. But I now can read out to you the team which will represent New Zealand at the Pan-Pacific Championships. And if you are in the room, and a lot of you are, I just ask you to stand, and you will be acknowledged. You can wave, do whatever you like. Stand on it. If you're one of the females, you won't need to stand on a chair so people can see you, but some of the blokes might need to. So anyway, here we go. So this is a PANPAC team, and the swimmers are, if you could stand when I read your name, please. Lauren Boyle. Mitchell Donaldson. Dylan Dunlop-Barrett, Gabrielle Famusili, Bobby Gishard, Tash Hind, Ewan Jackson, Stephen Kent, Samantha Lee, Samantha Lucy Smith, Corey Main, Laura Quilter, Alan Quirk, Emma Robinson, Glenn Snyders, and Matthew Stanley. Kane Redford. And Charlotte Webby. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our team for the Pan-Pacific Championships. So the Oceania team. And again, if you're here, please stand. There are a number of you for the Oceania Championships. Bradley Ashby, Caroline Baddock, Sophia Batchelor, Daniel Bell, Paul Benson, Lauren Boyle, Sean Burnett, Nathan Capp, Kurt Crosland, Mitchell Donaldson, Becky Dooley, Karina Doyle, Dylan Dunlop-Barrett, Hayley Edmund, George Engelsfield, Gabrielle Famusili, Isaac Foote, Jacob Garrod, Helena Gasson, Bobby Gishard, Benjamin Gillies, Tash Hind, Jane Ip, Ewan Jackson, Abby Johnson, Stephen Kent, Julian Layton, Samantha Lee, Natasha Lloyd, Samantha Lucy Smith, Michael Mincham, Matthew Myers, Alex Peach, Samuel Perry, Laura Quilter, Emma Robinson, Cameron Simpson, Matthew Stanley, and Nielsen Baroy. Our Oceania team, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, last night we did announce at the pool, and it was a great moment. You could see the joy on the faces of the swimmers who had been named, some of them for the first time for a major event such as the Commonwealth Games. And I'd now like to call forward Mike Stanley and John Mace to officially congratulate the swimmers as I call their names out. And I would like those swimmers please to come forward, and on the call of them, when you are announced, come up and please just stand around, and we'll get you all up here and, you know, and really salute you. We did it well last night, but this is better at your event. So ladies and gentlemen, the New Zealand swim team, which will represent our country at the Commonwealth Games. The team is, in alphabetical order, Lauren Boyle, Mitchell Donaldson, Dylan Dunlop Barrett, Tash Hind, paraswimmer Nikita Howarth, Ewan Jackson, Stephen Kent, Samantha Lee, Samantha Lucy Smith, Corey Main, Sophie Pascoe. As mentioned, Sophie's not here tonight. Laura Quilter, Ellen Quirk, Emma Robinson, Glenn Snyders, and Matthew Stanley. So, ladies and gentlemen, our pool team for the Commonwealth Games, the team qualifying over the last 4 days at the New Zealand Open Championships. So another round of applause, please. These are our heroes of swimming for 2014. Well done, ladies and gentlemen, men and women, young men, young women. We look forward to you doing that making outstanding achievements in Glasgow. You've done a great job over the last 4 days in the championships and qualifying, but of course all that hard work beforehand and more hard work to go. The job's not done. So we look forward to you representing us in Glasgow. Well done, thank you. So we move on now. Oh, we're looking forward to that, the Commonwealth Games. We move on now to more awards here. And it's the People's Choice Award. And Mark Saunders is going to come forward and announce who has won the People's Choice Award.
People's Choice Award. This award recognises individuals who have gone the extra mile for swimming, in or out of the pool. And the finalists are Lauren Boyle, Sophie Pascoe, Mary Fisher, Gabrielle Farmusili, Matthew Stanley, and Kane Radford.
The People's Choice Award is chosen by you people and everybody else online. The number of votes this year was double the number of votes from last year, and the winner is Gabriella Farmusili.
Oh.
Feel the love. No, thanks everyone who voted for me. Congratulations to all the finalists tonight and all the award recipients. Good luck to the Commonwealth team. Go hard, represent, and yeah, thank you all.
Now it's Brent's turn, the Chair of Swimming New Zealand, to come back to the stage, please, and announce this next award. We've had some outstanding individual performances in international competition over the last 12 months.
The Fitzsimmons Cup. This is awarded for the best individual performance at an international event.
And the winner of the award is Lauren Boyle.
I think this would probably be for my 800 freestyle at the World Champs. I think that was my best performance this year. It's funny because I don't really remember all of the race. I think athletes really talk about being in the zone when they're competing, and kind of have a few blank moments from that. But I really do remember the preparation and the build-up to the World Champs, and there were a lot of people who supported me in that. My coaches, teammates, friends and family. You all played a really big role in my achievements, and I just want to say a big thanks. So, thank you.
Well done. Congratulations, Lauren. A great year. Now, it's not all about the current swimmers, it's some of those who've sort of had their day but keep on going. The Vice President of New Zealand Masters Swimming, John Fisher, is going to announce the next award.
New Zealand Masters Swimming Swimmer of the Year. This is awarded to a Masters swimmer for outstanding achievements during the year.
And the winner is Richard Lockhart.
Good evening, thank you John, thank you New Zealand Masters Swimming for honouring me tonight. Thank you to Brent and to Christian for putting on the event this evening. My congratulations to all of the winners, well done. Also heartfelt congratulations also to those that got nominated as well. I'm a Commonwealth Games and an Olympian, had 15 years out of the sport. So I'm not going to point to Cara Baker, but what I would say is that those swimmers, you always have swimming in your blood. When you retire, have a few years off, but never be lost to the sport. This year's premier event is the Commonwealth Games. The last time Scotland hosted it was in Edinburgh in 1986. I was fortunate enough to go there, compete for New Zealand in 1986, shows my age. The team manager that year was Bill Matson, whose wife Joan is here this evening. Distinctly remember walking down Princess Street, main street of Edinburgh in July, brilliant summer's day, wearing a woolen jersey. So just be careful.
Warning.
To Louis and the fellow coaches, I'll say three things to avoid. The first one is obviously the haggis. Your nutritionist will probably say you're not allowed that anyway. The second thing, despite what John Macbeth says, avoid the whiskey. And third and finally, set your targets high, train hard, swim with pride. Thank you very much.
See, Richard would have been lucky. There wouldn't have been any such thing as a nutritionalist in 1986. So he could have eaten the haggis and got away with it. So congratulations, Richard Lockhart, and the New Zealand Master Swimmer of the Year award. Well, we get to the end now, the final, the grand finale. The 5 categories that you've seen, the winners of those now are eligible for the top award, the State Insurance New Zealand Swimmer of the Year. And I'd like Roger Wallace to come back, please, and make the big announcement.
The New Zealand Swimmer of the Year is selected from the 5 winners of categories: Emerging Swimmer of the Year, National Swimmer of the Year, Open Water Swimmer of the Year, Swimmer of the Year with a Disability, and International Long Course Swimmer of the Year. The winner will be awarded the Baxter O'Neill Trophy, which is presented for swimming performance, services to the sport and character.
Thank you. So on behalf of State Insurance, congratulations to everybody who's here tonight. And the winner tonight is Lauren Boyle.
I think I feel humble and proud at the same time to receive this, because it's a pretty big honour to be the New Zealand Swimmer of the Year. I really want to thank my teammates for their support this year, because I think this year especially has been quite rough for us, and I've had a few moments where I really doubted my own ability and really needed those words of encouragement, and having a team that I know that genuinely cares about me made such a big difference to me, so I really want to thank you guys for that. I also want to say that I think that sponsorship in sports that aren't in the mainstream can be quite hard, and State being the name sponsor tonight is a pretty big deal for Swimming New Zealand, and I just want to say thanks for the involvement in our sport over the past 4 years. I'll also mention my 2 individual sponsors. I've been really fortunate to be named an Air New Zealand ambassador this year, so I'm really proud to represent Air New Zealand, and also Anchor Fast Start. And thank you. And lastly, I just want to say a huge congratulations to everybody who was named on a national team this year. It's such an honour to represent New Zealand with you, and I hope we all have a really great time together. Thanks.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end, and I think for those of you who are here tonight, you will note that we have some really outstanding young athletes who are going to represent us extremely well, and we'll be so proud of them, whether it's at the Oceania, the Pan-Pacifics, or the Commonwealth Games, or in some cases all 3. I'd like you please to acknowledge Lauren Boyle, our State Insurance New Zealand Swimmer of the Year again. She has had a fabulous year, and we know that she's leading that team to the Commonwealth Games, but with a great support team, and they are going to do so well for us. So thank you very much for your support here tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the night, and please again, thank you and congratulate Lauren Boyle and all those who've been winners or recipients here tonight. Thank you, everyone.